guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today's reading is your Law of Attraction 2015 Year Ahead Tarot reading, and this is for the zodiac sign of Taurus. So Taurus, for those of you guys who are not aware of the Law of Attraction, some of you may have heard of it. I have a feeling a lot of you would have heard of it. It's a very popular kind of belief system. But for those of you guys who don't know about the Law of Attraction, I'm going to explain it in a nutshell for you, okay? This is a belief system whereby everything that you are living, the people that you bring into your lives, the places that you work in, your interactions, your way of life, whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you're happy without money, whether you're happy with money, whether you're happy without love, whether you're happy with love, whether you've got an amazing partner or whether you've got someone who's lazy, whether you know, everything about your life, essentially, according to the Law of Attraction, is what you've attracted into your life, okay? Now, I know there are a lot of people that potentially take issue with this set of beliefs, but I really believe in it. I really believe, because I have been through several situations in my life where I didn't know that it was that I was actually attracting it, okay? That what I was putting out there was what I was essentially getting back. So I didn't realise that my energy, the way that I was thinking, the way that I was kind of putting myself out there to the world, the way the vibrations that I was sending out to the universe was essentially what I was bringing into my environment. How do we create our reality? Because essentially the Law of Attraction is centered around creating your reality, creating the type of life that you want. So how do we go about bringing in situations into our life, creating our worlds, creating our realities? There are three things really, by the way that you think, by the way that you feel, and a lot of the time obviously by the way that you act, okay? Now, if we take the two first premises, the way that we think and the way that we feel, every thought that we create in our minds sets off a sensation with us. So it sets off an energy, okay, a feeling. How do we feel about it? For example, if I think about going to the cinema tonight, which I am going to do, to see The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I think that's what it's called. It gives within me a sense of excitement, okay? However, if I think about having to go to work tomorrow morning, it brings within me a sense of, ugh, really? Do you see where I'm coming from? So every thought that you think sets off an emotion. And the Law of Attraction says that our feelings, the vibrations that we send out into the universe about whatever we're sending them out about, really the universe is just sending stuff straight back to us that mirrors those things, because we are the creators. We are essentially, in a way, I guess, the universe, because we are the ones that are creating our environment, okay? The universe is really energy, okay? So when we send out our energy out there to the great wide world, the universe just sends stuff back to us, and it just replicates. Not replicates, well, yeah, it does replicate, but it just mirrors what we're feeling, okay? So for some of you guys, you may have a friend or someone that you know that is always talking negatively about their relationships. Why am I always attracting this type of man into my life? Why am I always attracting the loser, the cheat, the liar? Why am I always doing that? And essentially it could be potentially for something. The reason why, it could be maybe they've had a father that was like that, or maybe they've seen their mother around with losers, or maybe, I don't like to use the word losers, but maybe they've seen their mothers around with certain people that have had a negative effect on them, and then what they've gone out into the world and done is just replicated that. They've just kind of started attracting in people because that's the way that they think about the opposite sex. That's the way that they think about men. So essentially what they expect to get from men are the losers, are the liars, are the cheats, and that's effectively what they attract into their world. And the Law of Attraction is all about changing. Once you can acknowledge that the Law of Attraction exists, and you can take ownership for the fact that you may be attracting these situations in because of the way that you feel and the way that you think, then really what we're saying is that you can start to change your mindset around, okay? Because if you want to attract stuff into your life that feels better, if you want that nice house, if you want that lovely job, if you want those lovely set of friends, you really need to change the way that you think about certain things, okay? So if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got, okay? So if you are putting out there into the universe negativity, then essentially you're going to get that back. So let me give you another scenario. I don't mean to drone on about it, but I really need to get this through to you guys before I start these readings. If you are the type of person who wants to have an amazing relationship with someone, you want an amazing guy, like the King of Cups, to come into your life, someone who's caring, someone who's compassionate, someone who's going to look after you, someone who's going to really just be by your side, someone who's going to be the perfect partner, and yet you think negatively about men, some of you might get in a King of Cups, but it might be that you end up driving them away because of the way that you think, okay? And some of you may not get your King of Cups in. Some of you may get your Knight of Swords. You know? Your little bully boy, your little, you know, someone who's kind of either or. Nicey-nicey and then not so nicey, you know? You might get that. Do you see where I'm coming from? So, what I'm saying is that you have to be a vibrational match to the things that you want. You've got to be in tandem. If you want your Two of Cups, you know, if you want your union, if you want to be kind of like in tandem with your desires, you have to kind of be there. And what the law of attraction is saying is that the universe needs to catch up with you. Because if you're having to catch up with the universe while the universe is attracting this stuff in for you, then what's going to happen is there'll be a cut-off point there. And what will be thrown out is something that you initially wanted, but then it will turn out to be the very thing that you didn't want because you've attracted it in because you've still got that same mindset going. So essentially, this is what the law of attraction is. It's all about being a vibrational match to what you want. So it's all about keeping your thoughts good, trying to keep them good, trying to keep your feelings good, trying to keep positive, even though life will always send people struggles. It will always, no matter how positive you are, it's always going to send you struggles. But essentially, the law of attraction is about how we deal with those struggles and how we deal with those things. And if we can turn things around and see them either as being lessons or just things that we need to go through or things that we just need to deal with at that time, things will always turn around for you. But if you want positivity in your life, you've got to try and put positivity out there. And that's essentially, in a nutshell, what it is. So I thought I would do these Law of Attraction tarot card readings for you guys for 2015 for two reasons. Firstly, it's for the creators that create via default. And someone who is a default creator is someone who kind of lives their lives, does what they do, and essentially for a lot of people do think quite negatively, so they'll put a vibration out there without even realising that they've put a negative vibration out there, and it will just send something back that kind of resembles that kind of mirrors how they're feeling. And these readings are to say that if anything resonates with you in these readings, if you are someone who creates by default, and you can create by default for good things as well, you can not really be aware of the law of attraction, but you can be a naturally optimistic, happy person and just have really good things coming into your life all the time. But if you're naturally negative about stuff and something comes up in these readings and you think that sounds like me, then essentially some of these readings can potentially help you to try and change things around for yourself. If you're someone who's a deliberate creator, that's someone who creates knowing what they're creating, knowing exactly what they want from life, knowing exactly what it is that they want to manifest, and they put the intentions out to the universe. If something comes up in these readings that you've been wanting to manifest and you've been working towards that, then essentially these readings could tell you that you're on the right track. Okay, so I hope that that really makes sense to you guys. What I've done is I have shuffled the cards off screen as I usually would do, and this time I will, as with the I don't think I did it with the did I do it with the general reading? No, there was more cards in the general readings. But I will pull 4 cards consecutively from the top. Card 1 represents January through to March, what the universe is saying to you. Card 2 will represent April through to June. Card 3 will then represent July through to September. And card 4 will represent October to December. So these are the words of the universe speaking to you in terms of what you could potentially be attracting into your life in 2015 and what you can do about it in order to either heighten your vibration or in order to change your mindset around so you can attract the things that you want. Let's make a start, Taurus. I know that I droned on a little bit there, but it was really essential that I got this message through to you guys. So, January through to March, we have the Empress card. Now, the Empress card in the traditional tarot is all about creativity, okay? Nurturing, birth, being pregnant with ideas and bringing those ideas to fruition, okay? So, creating stuff for yourself. The Empress card is essentially a very feminine card. It's got a fertile feminine energy. That's exactly what it is. It's the opposite, obviously, to the Emperor card. The Emperor card is a lot more kind of he's kind of much more of a ball breaker, if you see what I mean. The Empress is a lot more soft. She's very soft. She's very aware of her sexuality. She's very aware of her femininity. She's very aware of her creative powers. And what this card is saying is that and this is also very much a card about nurturing and motherhood. It's a really soft card. It's all about womanhood, really. The energy is definitely feminine and fertile. So this card is saying, the universe is saying through this card, if you want your dreams to come true, express it in writing. Express what you intend to be or do in positive terms, and not what you no longer wish to be or do. And this is exactly what I was saying to you guys when I started off doing these readings. Setting your intentions out to the universe is all to do with, usually when we're attracting in negative situations, it's because we've done it by default, okay? So we've done it by way of kind of having situations happen around us and kind of putting the focus on those situations, okay? So focusing on something that's negative. So the law of attraction is all about what you put your focus on expands. It's as simple as that. So if your focus is on negativity, that expands and it brings in more negativity. If your focus is on positivity and positive situations and what you positively want to happen in your life, it expands, and then you start to bring more of that into your life, okay? And this card is saying a really good way that you can actually start manifesting stuff for yourself is actually by writing stuff down, okay? So things like positive affirmations, okay? So things like, I am good, I am beautiful, I am successful, okay? I am likable, I am kind. All of these affirmations, all of these words, these little sort of bite-sized words, sentences that really drum into you these positive ideas, okay? So really it's saying, if you want your dreams to come true, express it in writing, express what you intend to be or do in terms and not in positive terms, and not what you no longer wish to be or do. So the universe is saying to you that if there are goals, if there are dreams that you have, you need to express them in a positive way. And one way that you can do it, as I've said, is by putting an intention out to the universe. So just speaking as I'm speaking to you on screen, to the universe and saying, universe, I want to manifest this. Not can you manifest this, because there's still a question mark over it. It's I want, okay? Or I am, okay? So positive terms, I am. So you can put down things like, when it says express in writing what you intend to be or do, you can say things like, I am a very successful businesswoman, okay? I am a very successful makeup artist. I am a very successful leader. I'm a very successful teacher. I'm a very successful musician. So you're making all these lists of the things that you want to be or do, but you're doing it in the now. You're affirming it. You're doing it. You're writing it down as if you've already got it, okay? And what this card is saying, the universe is saying to you, do not, by any means, put down, I don't want to work in the universe. I don't want to work in this job. Universe, I don't want to be alone. Universe, I don't want to have no money. Universe, I don't want to I don't want to lose my job. Universe, because that's all in the negative, okay? So remember, whatever you put your focus on, it simply expands. And once it starts expanding, it starts trickling right back to you. So the universe is saying, between January and March, you've got your goals, you've got things that you want to achieve, write them down. But write them as an affirmation, or write them in the positive, okay? Write them in the now. I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that, I have this, I have that. Universe, I have a wonderful life. Universe, I have a wonderful husband. Universe, I have X amount in the bank. Universe, I have this. Universe, I have that. Write it as if you've already got it. Be positive about it. Be clear. But write it in the now and write it in a positive way. Because once you start writing these things down and you're looking at them every day, they start to become real to you, trust me. And once they start to become real to you and you start to focus on them, it starts to expand. Okay? And that's simply what this card is saying. The universe is saying, don't put your energies into negative stuff. It's not worth it. Because you'll just expand on it. That's all that will happen. It's just start to expand and expand and expand. Until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's got no choice but to start coming back into your life. So put your energies into positivity. And anything you want to achieve, write it down. Be positive. Be clear about it. And write it down as if you've already got it. Between April and June, we had the King of Swords. King of Swords is a very kind of sharp kind of guy. He's very logical. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's kind of like, he's a no mess type of guy. In the Law of Attraction card, this is the Professor, okay? And what the universe is saying to you is potentially between April and June, for some of you guys, you could attracting a single man, widower or separated. Strictness, obedience to rules and laws. Be careful not to start up controversies with anybody to make your dream come true. So this could represent someone, or it could represent an energy, okay? So what this is saying is that you need to kind of keep things clear and positive, okay? Don't start up stuff with anyone, or don't start up any situations that could provide you with a controversy, that could provide you with a conflict in order to get through your life to make your dreams come true. You need to kind of keep things positive. Positive, positive, positive is the key for you, Taurus. You've got to keep things positive, and you've got to make sure that you approach every situation with positivity and light, okay? Don't create any type of controversy to make your dreams come true. So don't, you know, get into an argument with your old man. Do you know what I mean? If he disagrees with something that you want to do, and you say, no, I'm going to do this. You can stand your ground, you can be positive about it, but don't, you know, don't turn around and say to him, I'm leaving you, you know, get stuffed, I'm going to go this way, if you don't want to leave. Do you see what I mean? It's that type of thing. Don't create a controversy with anyone or any situation in order to push yourself ahead. Push yourself ahead, but push yourself ahead within positivity and light all the way. Between July and September, we have the Ace of Cups. And this is the Ace of Chalices in the Law of Attraction Tarot. And this card signifies happiness. And it says, if your dream is linked to your emotions, you will certainly succeed in making it come true. So really what this card is saying is, if you've got dreams and you're really passionate about it, you can succeed in making them come true. Because when we're passionate about a dream that we have, when we're really passionate about it, when it fills us with joy and energy and light, and it makes us feel so, so good, you really sort of put those vibrations, as I say, back out into the universe, and the universe starts helping you along. But obviously you've got to help yourself. It's as simple as that. It's a 50-50 partnership between the universe and yourself. So you can't expect the universe to do all the work. You've got to play your part also, okay? But if you have a passion, if you've got a dream that makes you feel alive, and it makes you feel, you know, it kind of reignites something within you, and you really, really want to do it, the universe is saying between those months, and really this isn't a year-long reading. To me, this is all amalgamated into one, but it's broken down into months just so it's easier for you guys. It's saying if it's linked to your emotions, if it makes you feel really, really good, if it makes you feel really, really happy, you can definitely succeed. But remember, the only way that you're going to succeed with any dream that makes you feel really good is by being a vibrational match to it. These aren't standalone things. These aren't things that are just potentially going to occur, or you're potentially going to attract in. Because if you're a negative person, how can you attract in happiness? If you feel negative and you feel unhappy all the time, how on earth are you going to attract in the happiness that you want? You've got to make steps to be happy in order to be that vibrational match to what you want. So if your dreams are linked to your emotions, they can succeed, but only if your emotions are the right vibration. Okay? And the final card, Taurus, for 2015 that the universe sent is the Eight of Chalices. Eight of Cups. And it says here, profitable dealings and opportunities must not be underestimated in making your dream come true. The end of one relationship and the beginning of a much better one. So really this card is saying is if there are opportunities coming in for you between October and December, and you're kind of thinking, well, I don't know whether that's going to kind of push me where I need to go, or is it's going to kind of, you know, aid me in this dream that I have. It's saying don't underestimate it, because it could potentially be a really good direction to take. And this is also talking about walking away, the end of a situation, an old situation, in order to bring you to a better one, okay? So this is the same as the Eight of Cups, where we see the guy walking away from the Eight of Cups in the traditional tarot. And this is really, card is really saying that if you have what could be potentially happening for you, some of you guys, or you could be attracting in towards the end of the year, is a situation that ends, okay? But it's only to bring you on to something better, but it will be a situation that you decide to walk away from. So you could be attracting that into your life. But again, if we want to attract positive things into our life, we've got to be willing to change, and we've got to be willing to kind of accept that we need to make some form of an effort, okay? The universe doesn't do it all for us. We've got to do half of it. We've got to make the effort as much as the universe makes the effort in sorting through all of the universal data and matching you up to stuff that's good for you. So you've got to get positive. You've got to get, you know, going. You've got to really be quite willing to kind of say, you know what, I'm going to look into that opportunity because that might be really good for me. Or, you know what, I'm actually going to walk away from this situation because I think that there's a better road ahead. So I think that through this reading, what these cards are saying is that you need to, during 2015, it's all about being assertive, definitely for you guys, in order to attract stuff in for yourself. It's all about keeping positive. It's all about knowing that you can create your life, but you create it through the way that you feel more than anything. And the words that you say. Positive affirmations. Writing stuff down like you've already got it. Okay? Living in the now. I have that big house. I have lots of love in my life through this wonderful man that I've met. I have a really successful business. I have a lovely job that I absolutely adore and wonderful workmates. So you speak as though you are living it now, because you are living it. And as you speak as though you are living it, that's what you start to attract into your life. Keeping controversies to a minimum, okay? So for some of you guys, you could be attracting in some form of controversy in order to make, or some kind of battle or some kind of argument in order to make your dreams come true. But you don't need to engage in that, okay? You just need to work diligently, and you need to work hard for what you want. And you need to just know that you're going to get what you want, but you don't need to kind of make people see what you want, okay? If someone disagrees with you, if someone is not on your side, you just kind of let them go on with it, okay? And you just kind of go on your way and you say, no, this is what I want, I'm going to go for it, okay? So don't engage yourself in anything that could provide you with a conflict or a challenge to your dreams, okay? Because your dreams are your dreams, and your dreams aren't dependent on what somebody else wants. Obviously, within relationships or whatever, there is always compromise, but don't engage in battles or controversies. If you feel that, you know, if this is the type of thing that you're attracting or going to attract in the year 2015, try and shy away from it, because it can tamper with your dream, and it can even tamper with your head if people aren't believing in the same thing that you're believing in. Just keep your mind clear, keep your thoughts clear, and just kind of go on your way and get on with making your dream a reality. The Ace of Chalices, Cups, happiness coming in, okay? So really it's about your dreams being linked to your emotions. If you're really passionate about it, you can succeed. They can be a very big success for you. If your dreams are linked to something that makes you feel really good and you really want it, you really want to get there, you really want to do it. But remember, these steps have to come before, okay? Rome, you know, you can't just snap your fingers and it's there. Not, you can if you're truly aligned with your desires, but if it's something that you need to work at, you've got to go through the processes of manifesting those things. And if your emotions are positive and your dream is linked to that positivity, trust me, that will manifest for you and it will be a success. And then the Eight of Chalices. There could be a lot of profitable opportunities and dealings coming your way by the end of the year. You could be attracting all of those things in. Okay? Don't be afraid to look at stuff that you wouldn't normally look at, because it could be very lucrative. And also, don't be afraid to walk away from situations that are no longer serving you. Okay? Because you could be walking away from something that potentially wasn't serving you into something that's going to just serve you even greater. So guys, that's your Law of Attraction reading for the year 2015. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you on your next reading, which will be your Angel Message Tarot reading for the year 2015. Take care.